You wanna know something funny?
Hey, what's up?
Like being around Carti taught me how to rap over trap beats. Remember I used to make music like Chance the Rapper and them kinda like in that lane. Being around Carti taught me how to rap over like up-tempo beats without talking about like selling like bricks or killing people.
Yo, what's going on, guys? You're watching Kids Take Over right now with the legend right now. What's up, Lucki?
What up, buddy?
How's it going? So you're here for, it was your pop-up that just happened, right?
Mm-hmm. I just had a pop-up at Inflamed studio store opening.
Speaking of flames, I know that the fire department came to the place, right?
Yeah.
What was that all about?
I don't know. They said it was too many people. They just love me though. That's pretty cool.
Really that much? And I know that Matt Ox was there. Couple other people there as well, right? Like you got some people that really look up to you. But I want to say, like, I want to start off with your sound, right? I think there's certain artists that you can, like, I can throw on for different moods, right? So let's say there's like Frank Ocean, you turn him on for a different mood. Like Meek Mill, right? When you're like trying to exercise. But I feel like with your music, it's just something that you can play it, doesn't matter the vibe, it'll always fit. You feel me? Like, have you ever heard that before? People tell you that?
Yeah, that's cool though. Thank you.
Yeah, like literally, like whenever you could be like sad or happy, it'll kind of fit the vibe.
My sound comes from me being like just super like conscious of everything. Like it's just the music I was listening to, my parents and stuff. That's where it come from.
What kind of stuff was that?
My mom was like a 24, 23-year-old black girl listening to Eminem, like
right.
all type of shit, like you know, like my mom put me on Future when I was in high school.
Your mom put you on Future?
Yeah, so it was like yeah.
I kind of wish my mom put me on Future, but I'm like Muslim, so they don't really let me listen to music like that at home. But if I had my mom let me listen to Future, that would be a good childhood. But I gotta say this, man. I think you, it's kind of a toss up between you and Carti. I feel like you guys have the best beats in all of rap. You know, like there's something about it, like whether it's.
You wanna know something funny?
Hey, what's up?
Like being around Carti taught me how to rap over trap beats. Remember I used to make music like Chance the Rapper and them kinda like in that lane. Being around Carti taught me how to rap over like up-tempo beats without talking about like selling like bricks or killing people. You know, like taught me how to finesse over it.
It was Carti of all people? That's pretty crazy,
really.
yeah. How so? He just kind of showed you some other beats or like, you know, like how did that work?
It's his music style. He was just like, it's like a finesse over it. Like, he taught me how to rap over trap beats. Like, really.
Do you think you'd ever, because I know you have, you know, music with Carti, would you ever collab with Carti again anytime soon? Because, you know, you both mess with Filthy, which is your producer.
Yeah, besides that though, I collab with Carti.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not a lot of artists I collab with, but definitely Carti.
Why do you think that is, that there's not a lot of artists that you collab with, just because you're like selective with?
And the way I am with stuff, like, even though it's like a different genre, it's like all in the same thing. I don't like doing stuff that don't make sense. Like I'm friends with a lot of people that it wouldn't make sense to us making music together.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
A few other people, like, I make music with Babyface Ray, V's, a lot of people.
Yeah.
A few other people.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to hear the Carti stuff because, like, we said we're going to do this interview, right? And then people just started hitting us up, like, yo, you have to ask him if he's doing stuff with Carti. It's like, your fans are kind of crazy, man. Like, they're like that. But what do you look for in your beats, you know? That's something I'm curious about.
You know, just whatever I'm about to rap over, literally, like when I first started rapping, people used to like really like the biggest producers would get offended because I didn't want to rap over didn't want to rap over their beats. I would want to, but I just wasn't able to because like a lot of shit, like there's a lot of instruments I don't like, but I'm not like a music expert. Like I don't know what they're called. You feel me? Like
you just gotta kind of hear it.
If I know if it's in there, I just take it out. You know, like
yeah.
No, like the best thing with me and a producer. This is how me and producers work. Me and a producer will lock in, and then, all right. Whenever he'd play me 50 billion beats, but whenever I rap over one of his beats, and he know what I like, then that's how it go. That's how the chemistry build. But if we just keep linking up, and it's just gonna keep building to you playing 50 beats, and I just only rap over 1 out of 50, I'm gonna just stop rapping with the producer.
I hear you.
Even if I like the shit a lot, it's just making it very music should be hard to do.
I feel you. Yeah, it should be more of like
you
a.
You have to
natural.
work for it. You have to work for everything, but music shouldn't be a hard thing to do.
No, I hear you on that. Are there any new generation artists that you're kind of fucking with lately that's been like making you want to like you know, just like go harder at it? Because I feel like when you see the kids come up, you're like, man, these guys are going so hard at it. Like, I know there's like Maddox, Sofaygo, like all these people, like what are you seeing coming up?
Sofaygo hard, Maddox hard too. But I don't want to sound like Lil Wayne and be like I be showing my bubble, like, but I be so late onto new stuff, like I be listening to music. Like, this girl told me I only listen to music when rappers be talking about the same stuff I talk about. Okay. But it's not on purpose. It just be like I be feeling what I feel, you know, like. Because the new rappers I be listening to be like older than me, so I can't call them young people. You know
right, right.
Like, yeah.
Who are some of those rappers, if you don't mind me asking?
I hate when I do this because I forget people's names.
Right, and then they hit you up like, hey man, you didn't mention me in the interview.
Nah, people don't hit you. They just be having that shit in their heart.
Yeah.
On my story, I've been like this for a minute. I always show what I'm listening to a lot. You feel me?
Yeah. Have you just curious? Like, have you heard of this guy named Lancey Foux? He's hard. He's hard. Yeah. Because I was thinking like people that I think that I would love for you to get on a song with. I thought of Lancey Foux and who was the other guy? Oh no, it was this girl named bktherula.
I heard of that name. I didn't know that was a girl though.
Yeah, no, she's hard. So I know just some names.
The girls be hard as fuck. Like they always been hard, but the girls be like you know, hard to me like babyxsosa.
Yes.
Like the girls be hard as shit.
They're doing the thing right now. Her and Kaash Paige. I don't know if you heard of her. She's hard too, but she's more on like a singing wave. Less
Kaash Paige from Texas. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, she's doing her thing. Well, I'm gonna talk about this. So everyone calls you like the underground GOAT. You know, like you're so respected. So how do you kind of feel about that? Like, do you see yourself like do you like the underground scene? Like, what at this point would like satisfy you? You know, like what's like the next thing you're trying to go for?
The underground GOAT thing, like I feel like that come from like my history. Like everybody know what it is right now. Like not everybody, but the people that know, they know what it is right now. But the underground thing, it come from me just like rapping since I was a teenager and always being myself. Like I come from so many phases of rap. Like I come from like the end of the Wiz Khalifa Currency them phase, like the cloud rap before, years before the SoundCloud rap. I come from that era. I like a lot of eras in rap. You feel me? I'm only 24. Yeah. So like that's why people do that. Right. That's sustained, I guess.
Well, I just noticed that there's so many artists that I could talk to, and I could ask like, yo, who inspired you to rap? And they'll be like Chief Keef, but I think your name comes up too. And you know, a lot of them say that. Is there anything an artist told you, you know, someone who's really inspired by you that like really stuck with you? Like, I'm guessing like these kids like message you all the time, right?
Yeah, I try to be super like hands-on with that shit, like responding to it, cause I ain't used to like when people ignored me when I was younger. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they did, cause like, you know, I keep up with OVO and whatnot. They played you on OVO Sound Radio recently. That was tight. Yeah, tell me about that. Like, how did that kind of work out, and like what was your reaction to that?
That was pretty hard. You know, Drake like one of my favorite rappers growing up. So his whole brand, all that shit. Like, I remember when OVO Radio first became a thing. Like when Apple Music first started like being like you know, like one of the main platforms. I used to be like just beasting over my shit being played over there. So it's really like a dream come true type of thing.
Yeah. You know? No, that's crazy. Yeah, like I wonder if it's like Drake himself or is like
yeah, because I really feel like they play my song back to back. So I really feel like they were showing support and like they really like the music. Cause some platforms, like especially as of recent, some platforms will see like I got a strong fan base, and they just try to show me support just to make my fans, just so my fans like can be like, oh, y'all fucking with Lucki, like, you feel me?
But it's not genuine.
Yeah, know? Like that was like genuine. They really like, you know.
Yeah.
Like I never talked to Drake, I never nothing, but he can listen to my music and know what inspired me. So
right.
Like even his peoples, like they can listen to my music and know where it come from, where the inspiration come from. So I really appreciate
that. That's tight, man. Shout out to Drake, super tapped in. You're definitely an artist with, you know, like a ride or die fan base. I think everyone kind of knows that. You look in your comments and people just go crazy over you. If you could give 3 tips to people that are like watching right now, right, about how to grow that like cult fan base, like what would you say?
I don't know. I would be being myself. I know that sounds cliche. People just like me because I'm me. Like when I'm on Instagram Live, I'm me. When you see me, I'm just me. Like, I don't know. I don't got no tips for that. just don't lose yourself in this shit. Like, they probably love everybody the same. Just don't lose yourself.
What do you mean by don't lose yourself in this?
Like, don't be somebody else.
Yeah.
Be yourself. You know, we so far from home. I don't know how far I am from home, how many miles. Where I'm from is no hills, no mountains, none of that shit. But I'm still me.
Right. I love that. You mentioned before, I think in another interview, that you have a lot of like weird fans, you know, but in a good way, right? What do you think is like the weirdest thing a fan has kind of said or done to you?
Yesterday was the weirdest shit ever.
How so?
Yesterday was the weirdest shit ever. They are weird, but I love them so much. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
It's just everybody not from the same place. Like, we all not from the, like, people just, you know, like from different parts or wherever of the earth, the world. People just be weird a little bit, you know? Yeah.
There's no specific situation though where you're like, all right, man,
yesterday somebody gave me a fan gave me a t-shirt that said I love neck. Right. It is usually I'll be like, okay, he just like a troll kid. But I swear to God, right? He gave it to me. He was like, it was in a plastic bag. He was like, yeah, I didn't get he was talking about some show, because of Corona. He was like, but I got this gift for you, bro. You're gonna love the gift. Trust me, you're gonna love the gift. So I open it up like 10 minutes later, and I'm like, and then everybody in the car fucking laughing, like, I was mad as shit. Like, that was low key like top 10 weirdest, because I'm only being this weird. It's like, bro, why would you say I'm gonna love the gift? Like I'm thinking that, like, you know, like, that's weird.
That's hilarious. I mean, where's the shirt right now?
I don't know.
You know, it just got lost somewhere. Shit, I mean, yeah, man. If that kid's watching this, I don't know. It's kind of weird, man.
Nah, hey kid, I swear to God, if you're watching this, the energy, everything was there, like in a good way. Like, I just don't know where the shirt is. There was a lot going on. I don't know where shit I was supposed to have it, so don't feel bad.
That's funny though. That made my day. Well, I know you used to have like the $sign in your name, right? But then you changed it. I'm curious, like, you know, why'd you do that? Because I know other artists like Travis Scott did the same thing. So
I was just a Rocky fan. I was just being a Rocky fan.
Yeah.
When I had the X in my name, it was just some ASAP Rocky fan shit. And I was like 14, 15 when I made that name. You know?
Yeah.
That shit just looked corny, like with the X.
Yeah, after a while.
The whole name, that's why I took it off. I saw something when I first got landed the other day. Somebody, he was like, X, what up?
What did you say?
I just started dying laughing, like, what up, appreciate you, bro. Like, that's how you know, that's that OG fan shit. Like, he like, X, like, them people deserve that, though. Everybody that was fansing me for that long, like, been like, them people deserve that.
Yeah, nah, respect to them.
They deserve that I told you so feeling.
You still like communicate with Rocky like here and there nowadays?
I was just with the mob last week when I was in New York at Addy Pop-Up.
Oh, nice.
I ain't talked to Rocky in like a year or two though.
Yeah, Addy's clothes are hard. Like,
hell yeah.
I think I hit him because he's gonna come back here and we're gonna do some interview or whatever too. But his clothes are hard, man. Like, yeah, Marino's sick. I guess like the last thing I want to ask you, right, is like, you've been pretty vocal, whether it's in your interviews or your music, about like the low points in your life, right? And I can't lie, man. This pandemic has like fucked everything up for me, as like the brand and everything. So what I do usually is like, you know, I'll go shoot some hoops outside if I'm kind of feeling down. But you know, when you're feeling like non-motivated and things like that, like how do you kind of like cope with that? And
pray.
You just pray?
And then I figure it out. People gotta remember that too. You pray. Sometimes you pray and you figure it out. And you remind yourself it's gonna get better. I mean, it's gonna get better or worse, but it's gonna get figured out regardless. Mm-hmm. Either you figure out how to make it better or you figure out how to deal with it. I pray. I don't do nothing else but pray.
Yeah, I respect that. Cool. Maybe I'll try that too in the future. But yeah, man, I appreciate it. It's something our fans have been asking for like a while. Just, it's Lucki. Who is it? Lucki, Doo-Wop Kane. We already did that, and I think Carti. But yeah, those three is what I keep hearing, and we finally did it. So
y'all gonna get all three of them.
Yeah, we'll do it, man. I appreciate it. Yo, you guys are watching Kids Take Over, and it's Lucki.
Nah, hey kid, I swear to God, if you watch. Hey kid, I swear to God, if you watching this, the energy, everything was there. The energy, everything was there. Like in a good way. Like in a good way. You like, I just don't know where the shirt is. Like, I just don't know where the shirt is. There was a lot going on. I don't know where. There's a lot going on. I don't know where shit I supposed to have it. So.
Right.
I feel bad. Don't feel bad.
That's funny though. That made my day. Well, I know you